Hello, salut, ciao, hola, oi. Guys, today I'm recording this video in English because I feel like I own a video in English. I started this channel in English and I like to post in English, but sometimes it's hard for me because it's not my first language. But I'm here now making this video, and this video is about answering questions about Brazil. In fact, I didn't choose random questions about Brazil. I went to Google. I started typing things related to Brazil on Google, and I saw like the first questions. And maybe this video will be quite big because there is many questions, and I will try to answer all of them. Maybe I cannot answer because some of them is just like weird. You'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. First of all, if you like the topic of this video, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and that's it. Let's start. First question, is Brazilian Latino? Yes, we are Latin. I know that many Brazilians want to say, no, we're not Latin, but the truth is we were colonized by a Latin country, which is Portugal. The only difference of the rest of South America is that we don't speak Spanish, we speak Portuguese. And that's it, we are Latin. Maybe some Brazilians will not agree with what I'm saying, but accept the fact we are Latin, and that's all. We should be proud of it. Second question, is Brazilian food good? Yes, definitely yes. I love Brazilian food. Many people think like, what is Brazilian food? You know, I might should make a video about it because it's totally worth it. But I think it might be very different for some people, like depending on where you're from. But I definitely love Brazilian food, and this is one of the things that I most miss living outside of my country. Number 3, is Brazilian coffee good? Yes, definitely yes. In fact, some days ago, I read an article saying that we have the best coffee in the world in my state in Brazil, Minas Gerais. I don't know if this is like 100% true, because today we don't know what we can believe or not in the internet, but definitely, at least in Brazil, the coffee in my state is the best. So yes, we have a great coffee and you should definitely try. Is Brazilian Portuguese beautiful? Yes, of course. I think so. Eu acho que sim. Is Brazilian Portuguese? No, Brazilian is Brazilian and Portuguese is Portuguese. It's like Portuguese person is from Portugal. A Brazilian person is from Brazil. That's different. Is Brazilian a place? No, Brazil is a place. Brazilian is a person that's born in Brazil. Is Brazilian kick? What? I don't understand this question, sorry. For me it's weird. Brazilian blow out safe. I don't know. I don't know what this means, sorry. Good luck with that. Is Brazilian a language? No, again, Brazilian is a person that's born in Brazil. Portuguese is the language that we speak in Brazil and that people speak also in Portuguese. Portuguese is also a person from Portugal. Brazilian are Hispanic. No, we are not Hispanic because we were colonized by Portugal, which is not a Hispanic country. They don't speak Spanish, so we are not Hispanic as well. But all the other countries in South America, yes, except Brazil. That's why some people think we're not Latin. Brazilian are the most beautiful in the world. Maybe. This is very relative, I mean. Brazilian are what race? Well, we are a mix of races because colonized by Portuguese, we had many immigrants from the whole Europe, including obviously Portugal, Italy, German, and many other countries. So we were a mix of Europeans, Japanese, Africans, and who knows what else, but we are a great mix. Brazilian are the cancer of America. That's a bad question. Brazilian are friendly. Yes. Yes, we are, and we are proud of that. I think this is one of the best quality of Brazilians. Is Brazil a Western country? Yes, I had to Google this, in fact, and I will not talk so much about it because otherwise I would make this video too long. So I left the link in the description, and I'm actually very interested to learn a little bit more about Brazil. Is Brazil a third world country? If you mean underdevelopment, yes. I don't know who still say like third world country, first world country, guys. I think this is like a very old style to speak. Is Brazil safe? Yes and no. because in Brazil we have lots of problems about violence, but I know it's not everywhere. You know, we have many problems in the north. We have problems in cities like Rio or the region of Rio, but it's not like the show on the TV for sure. I know the show like Brazil, favela, blah blah blah. Yes, we have a lot of favelas. We have a lot of problem around this. We have this problem, but it's not that crazy, you know, in my opinion. But maybe if you are from a country that is really, really, really safe, you might go to Brazil and think, oh my god, I don't feel safe here. And I would understand, because I don't feel safe as well. It's just different, you know. Is Brazil Latin America? Yes, but we don't speak Spanish. Is Brazilian Latino? I already answered that before, so let's skip. Is Brazil destroying the Amazon for energy? That's a hard topic. I think, yes, Brazil is probably destroying Amazon for energy, but believe me or not, Brazil is not the only country that do it. And we are, you know, I planned this video before all of the thing about Amazon that it's happening and etc. I don't agree with our government, our president, but it's not just Brazil, okay? I know we have some bad decisions, not me, but our government, but all of the countries, they really explore Brazil since always, okay? So I will not talk so much about it here, but you can Google more about it if you're curious, because I don't know, maybe even your country destroyed a little bit of Amazon for energy or whatever. Okay, is Brazil a Latin country? I already talked about it again. Sorry guys, I'm not looking all the time to the camera because I'm also looking to my computer. So, is Brazil a developed country? No, as I told before, it's under development. It's not developed. Is Brazil a good place to live? Yes and no. It really depends on your conditions, because honestly, if you don't have any money, if you are in a bad situation, if you don't make money, you not have a good life. And this is like not everywhere. I mean, in Europe, sometimes you don't make so much money, but you can have a decent life. Not in the whole Europe, but in some countries. In Brazil, if you don't make money, it's just like you probably not have a high quality life, or will be a little hard for you. And if you go with money, probably you'll have a good life, because I feel like we have many, many qualities in Brazil that I don't see in other countries. You know, I see the good things about living in Brazil. Brazil bigger than Europe? I don't know. I had to Google a little bit about this, because Russia is really big. I'm not sure. So I don't know. Maybe with our islands, maybe. It's a hard one. I'm not a geography teacher. What is Brazil? A country in South America. What is Brazilian wax? Basically to wax, shave, I don't know, your hair is out. It's very good. I recommend. What is Brazil like? For me, it's an amazing country with great people, natural beauty, and great culture. I love our culture. So I love Brazil. It's a great place. You should definitely go. What is Brazil time zone? Okay, this is a hard one, because I don't understand so much about time zones, but I know in Brazil we have 4 different time zones, and the most common is like São Paulo time. We are in September, and here in France is 3:30 in the afternoon and 10:30 in the morning in Brazil, so 5 hours different. I think this changed in the summer, so I cannot tell like for sure. What is Brazilian blowout? I had to Google, because I saw this twice asking, and apparently something for your hair that I don't know how to explain. What is Brazilian Festa Junina? Actually, this kind of party is origin from Europe. As we had many immigrants from Europe, we have this in our culture, but maybe a little bit different than here in Europe. I don't know. The thing is, years and years ago, they used to do this party to celebrate the harvest. For that reason, there is many type of foods. Yes, in Brazil you can find amazing foods, really yummy, and I love it. So I strongly recommend, if you go in the middle of the year in Brazil, like June or maybe July, you can find many Festa Juninas, and it's really good. I eat a lot. What is Brazilian Carnival? Also origin from Europe. Like, they have a big party People use customs, lots of samba dance, and it's very famous everywhere in the world. What is Brazilian keratin? Also something for the hair, some kind of treatment. I don't know if it's to make it straight. Yes, I think something like that. What is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? The martial art, you know, a sport that born in Brazil, like this photo. Why is Brazil so poor? I think Brazil is poor because of the corruption. Because we have everything to be a good country. We have many politicians that steal the money since always. And we just have a bad government. Corruption sucks. It's just not in Brazil, in many other countries. I think if we had the right person in the government, Brazil could be the best country of the world. Being really honest. We don't have natural disasters. We don't have so many bad things that you can see in other countries. And we still have lots of problems. I mean, why is Brazil so big? No idea. Why is Brazilian Portuguese now the definitive version of the language over European Portuguese? I don't understand this question. I'm sorry, it's really big and it's just really hard. Why is Brazil so good at volleyball? I think every country is good in something. So Brazil is good at volleyball and soccer. So I think it's just normal. Why is Brazil so dangerous? As I told before, it can be dangerous in some places and really bad, but it's not that crazy. Why is Brazil so good at soccer? Again, every country is good at something, and we are good at soccer. Why is Brazilian food so bad? No, it's not. No, I will not answer this. Why is Brazil so mixed? As I told before, we had immigrants from everywhere years ago. I think Brazil was kind of the promised land for many people, you know. It was a promise of a better life, and everyone was just going to Brazil. In case of the Africans, they went as slaves, and now we have all of this mix, which is, for me, is the best thing ever, because we have a little bit of each culture, and now it becomes our culture. Why is Brazilian music so good? I agree, it is. It's a hard thing to answer. I love Brazilian music, and why is Brazilian music so good? Why is Brazilian music good? Why is Brazilian music so good? It's just, I agree. Maybe because Portuguese is a beautiful language. I don't know. I think we have a really good music. How is Brazil? I already answered that. So, how is Brazil? Tradução. Okay. Weird. How is Brazilian culture? Western culture, but with all the influences that I mentioned before. So, how is Brazil's economy? I don't understand about it, but it looks like our PIB is in 8 now. I don't really. I Google it. I'm doing an effort here, but some questions are very hard. How is Brazil country? I already answered. Brazilian walks. Also, we talked about it before. How is Brazil climate? We have a good weather, in my opinion. In the summer, it can be really, really hot. But in the winter, we have a cold, but not crazy cold like in Europe. Maybe in the south, you can see like quite cold, very cold. I've never been in the south, but I know sometimes snow and etc. But I think it's a good weather. I don't like countries that is just cold. So for me, this balance, it's good. How is Brazil language? It's Portuguese. How's Brazilian food? Good. How's Brazil to live? Also good. As I told before, we have the pros and cons, but c'est la vie, I guess. Like here in France, we have pros and cons as well, and in England and in all of the places. So, you know, it's normal. Guys, that's it. Many of the questions were just repeating, but I put because I did just a screenshot to show you here the Google questions. And you, do you have any question about Brazil? You can write here and maybe I can make another video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And that's it. Goodbye.